This is a true story, and told to me by my grandfather, who has gone on to a better place, but spent his years annoying our family by amassing lots of money, and by always seeming to have the Midas touch. He was always prepared financially for anything. Before he left us, he sat down with me, since I was his favorite grandson, and he explained why some people seem to get ahead by understanding where to put their money, and others work very hard and are very conscientious, but don't seem as well prepared. What he taught me that day, I'll remember forever. The simple system of dividing money into buckets. The three buckets are the short-term, medium-term, and long-term buckets. After he said this, I asked him, what would I use these buckets for? The short-term bucket should contain enough cash to cover 3 to 6 months' expenses. He said this can also be called your emergency fund. If something bad happens, you'll have some time to put things back together before worrying about money. The medium-term bucket is for money that is needed 3 to 5 years out, like college funds, sports cars, Jeeps, Alienware computers, jet skis, houses, Prada handbags, and so forth. The long-term bucket is designed for many years out, and can also be called a retirement fund. This is designed to fund expenses and vacations after you retire from your regular job. After he explained that, I was still wondering how money got into these buckets. He told me that ideally, 20% of your income should be saved, or work towards filling these buckets. However, he continued, if you can't quite spare 20% of your paycheck, then try 3%. Then after 6 months, see if you missed it. If you did, then save another 2%, and so on until you can get to that 20%. What you really have to do, he said, was to pay yourself first, saving the 20% and living off the remaining 80%. I was all ears at this point, but he still hadn't told me what to invest in. Hold on a second, he explained, as I asked where to invest. I haven't told you about the fourth bucket yet. The fourth bucket is actually a hole in the ground, your debt. You need to fill it in. Pay your debt out of the 80%. Even if you have debt, you should still be saving, because you want to use the most powerful force in the universe, compound interest. As for the buckets, initially, half of that 20% should go to the short-term emergency fund as cash, and the other half should be split between mutual funds and college funds in the medium-term bucket, and various retirement options, like a 401k, 403b, IRA, and permanent life insurance. After the short-term bucket is filled, stop making contributions to it, and just split your 20% between the medium and long-term buckets. By doing this, my grandfather said, I've never had to worry about money my whole life, and I've had the freedom to do whatever I wanted. And as a final note, he told me that although he was able to take care of this by himself, not everyone could spare the time or learn how to properly manage their money. He made sure that I knew if I was lost to seek the help of a financial professional. Now you know the secrets that my dear grandfather told me that night, and by being smart and making your money work hard, you're on your way to amassing wealth and security. This will give you the financial flexibility to make more comfortable choices in life and enjoy greater financial freedom.